and welcome back to this edition of the Time with Hime podcast. I'm your host, Lynn Cordish, joined by our superintendent, Mr. Hime. The temperature feels great right now, but it's going to go up and down for the next
Another
week.
hot week,
That's
but it looks like a week from today, it's going to be high in the 70s, maybe low 80s. Wow, that's a change, isn't it?
Let's hope that we have it for at least 2 weeks, right?
You know how it is in Oklahoma. We get a week of that, and then we'll be back in the ice age.
I know. That's what I said.
We'll be next podcast. We'll be talking about snow days.
No, but not yet. Not yet. We're not ready.
Not yet. A lot of great things going on right now, though.
Yes, we had our big football game this past week.
Yes, Eisenhower and MacArthur, great crowd. Crowd was awesome.
Yes.
We upped our security a little bit, so it slowed things down. I didn't hear any complaining. People got through the gate, although it was hot and we started late. Everything went off, really good with that many people. We were excited how it happened. It was a good football game. I watched about the first 3 quarters, got in the car and ran home to watch the end of the Lawton High game on TV. They went in overtime and won at Duncan. So great football Friday night for Lawton fans. And I got to see a little bit of all 3 teams. Really exciting. You know, the old football coach in me, I really like watching both games on TV and
checking out.
Yeah, checking it all going on.
You're not missing anything.
Yes,
right?
it was all great. Yeah, it was all great, but very exciting. And again, a big shout out to our people. Our student, our parents, and the people who attended our ball game because they flowed through well. Our security did a great job. Big shout out to our Lawton Public School Police Department. We know the Lawton City Police Department and the county helped us as well in Cameron. But game went off well, and hopefully, knock on wood, but we'll keep that going for the rest of the year and forever, that we'll continue to have good security, great fans, good crowds, and it was just an exciting game.
And we had some great admin out there doing that bag check, so that went through. That helped, and I saw that.
It went really fast. We're looking at, they have, metal detectors are getting more high tech, and we're looking at purchasing some. Don't know how that goes. It might be 6 years before they get here, but that you can just walk through with a bag and all, kind of like they use now at sporting events at OU, Dallas Cowboys, or whatever, where you're just flowing through. So we're excited about a lot of great things going on at Lawton.
That's right. We have our update of our turf. That's going on. We're watching it right outside our windows.
Lawton High softball.
Yes, it's going.
It's just flying through.
MacArthur's
we left Friday.
done.
They did, yes. MacArthur, I think the last I heard, they're waiting on foul poles. Hopefully they're up now so they can play on it. That's exciting. And we know Eisenhower softball they're playing on. The baseball fields will start next, and the project will be over and on to the next moves. Big shout out that I'm hearing across the district to our students that, sometimes we don't talk about this, but we hope to have our student leaders start appearing maybe even as early as next week. But last year at this time, when we met with the student leaders and they came on, and I'm asking them, what can I do? What would you guys have me? They said, we'd like to get into the game freeze. Well, me, I'm thinking, because, I've been at different schools, I'm thinking, we charge our students? And I said, okay. So we made it happen for them because that's what they asked for. And I'm hearing our crowds at our volleyball games, our softball games, and everything are so much better because our students are showing up to back their teams. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for that school spirit. And big shout out to our students, our parents, and everybody supporting them. Now, middle school games are getting going, and the same thing. Middle school students get in free for middle school games if their team's playing. So we're excited to hopefully we have some great crowds at the middle school, and we continuing increasing school spirit across the district.
And if you haven't checked our social media, we have posted some middle school athletic photos. So thanks to Kenton for getting those out. But we had a short week because yesterday was Labor Day.
Yes.
And then we're going to have another, not short week, but it is because we'll have our student virtual day next
on the
week.
15th.
Correct.
Now, one thing we've done as a district, most people out there, and even students, teachers growing up, we used to have the PD days or professional development days where teachers came in. We've kind of combined those with our virtual days to practice the virtual run, but still have professional development and sometimes other activities. Like a week from Friday, the 15th, it's our foundation breakfast put on Golden Corral, big donations. It's one of our huge events for Lawton Public Schools that's sponsored by the foundation, and it helps them raise money for our teacher grants and so forth. So the teachers will get to go eat. Hopefully everybody's got their tickets. You can get your, if you don't know where your tickets are, that's probably on our website, lawtonps.org. You can find out where to get your tickets. But then we'll have some professional development that day for our teachers. And also, they'll be posting work and keeping up with work. So sometimes people say, man, you just gave the teachers a day off. Friday the 15th, if you look at it, is really a busy day for our teachers. Shout out to our teachers. But it's a hard day. They're going to be working all day, and many of them will put in more time and hours that day than they would have just had students.
Well, and we have the manufacturing summit that our middle school
Yes.
is going to get to participate
Put on
in.
by our development.
Economic Development
yes.
Council, yes, and they're going to go out and travel around Lawton, see what's going out there, so that we can build that bridge into our TAP program as well, and showing them what we have.
Yeah, workforce development. That's kind
it.
of the next buzzword. But how do we do workforce development? How do we get? I said this last week, but I heard a speaker, and he took what we talked about, how we want our students to graduate, and he put it into 3 E's. We want them to be employed, enrolled, or enlisted, and that kind of. It's shortened than what we had. So sometimes you got to say, okay, I thought what I said was pretty good, but his probably better. So we're just going to borrow his, and we're just going to start talking about how we want every student to walk across the stage employed, enrolled in college, or enlisted. So exciting.
And we have also going on
college or career tech. I'm sorry.
There you go. Well, even college, they're doing pre-ACTs.
Yes.
And then we have juniors taking the ACT test and then PSATs. And a lot of that goes to helping with the Oklahoma academic and then national merit.
Yes,
right?
that's all right now coming up. And remember, on that ACT score, if your student scores a 20, they qualify for free college. In some cases, a 19, depending on the subject areas. But that's important. So if, like freshmen that hit that 20, they can start taking college this summer or next year. And I know you got a daughter that's going to be a sophomore. You're looking to start getting some of that college out of the way. Yep, she can go to school. There you go.
I am. It's free, right?
Yep.
Tuition, books, and the fees for the colleges that they can go to.
Another thing that we talk about secondary, but elementary wise, our maker spaces are starting to get in full roll. Get ready for some of the great things. Our robotics competition, our boat races, some of those are coming up. But another shout out for our parents. Every year when you start school, car lines are like, oh man, car lines. But you know what? Those are pretty well cleared out now. Where it's a pretty good flow of things. Everything moves really well. School's back on full schedule, but patience. Shout out to the parents of this district who have shown patience through the whole car line, getting it flowing. And then a big shout out to our teachers, because once they get it going, it's a machine. You go to elementary and watch teachers get kids in a car, how safe we are, and everything's designed around safety. So a shout out to everyone who's making these car lines as painless as possible. And now they're, most of them are through in less than 10 minutes. So.
And what you talked about, parents and teachers, we have to bring up our parent-teacher conferences because they do look a little different than traditionally, and the fact that we're staggering each grade level. So share more.
Yeah, one thing we try to do at Lawton Public Schools is we realize we have parents who have students at different schools, sometimes even different elementaries, but a lot of times they may have middle school, high school, and elementary. Yes. They may have a child in all three. And if they have kids in different schools, and we do all of our parent-teacher conferences at the same time, and we try to squeeze that into a 4-hour block, you just can't be done. You could get locked behind, you get caught in traffic. So we try to stagger those and have them on different days so it's easier for parents to get to, because we want our parents to attend. It's very important. School happens, and success of school is one of the big things that's dependent on is our relationship with you, the parent. And we've got to build that relationship. We have to engage. And so we want to do everything we can to encourage parents to come to parent-teacher conferences and make it as seamless and easy for them to get there.
Absolutely. And so for our parents looking for those dates and times, that's on our website and our social media.
LawtonPS.org.
That's right. And we go ahead and give them our email address.
If you got questions and you can't find some of those things, and you got even suggestions for us about our website or different things we're doing, we have an email, info@lawtonps.org, that we check regularly, looking for people to supply questions and things. And sometimes we get some really good information on there because, we've kind of got a saying, we can't put a fire out if we don't know it's out there. So sometimes sharing that information with us really helps us to fix a problem we didn't even realize was a problem.
Is there any other thing you would like to share, highlight? I know you're getting ready to go out to Fort Sill and say hi and meet with them. And we did have the general come out and see MacArthur High School. So thank you for coming out, General Brooks.
Isn't it amazing that we're in September?
It's crazy. It's gone by fast.
Football season's here. All the colleges played this weekend. OU and OSU got a win. NFL football starts this coming weekend.
Softball's finishing.
Softball's wrapping up. But we got their fields ready where they can play. Volleyball's playing. Everything's going great. Good year so far. Shout out to our students. I'm so excited to get our leadership students. So tune in next week when we have students on here.
Absolutely. And until then, you guys, Mr. Hime, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate your time for watching, and we will see you guys next week. Be well, stay safe, and make positive impacts. Have a good one.